Greetings, Southern Cameroonians, and thanks all those from Prince Jacob who have jumped over here. So we continue. It's not easy as we push on with the revolution. So please let's click share. This message today is very important, and nobody can distract me from giving you guys the message because we're at a crucial time, and we have to make sure we empower you with what will take us to the finishing line. My role as an activist is to educate you. Sometimes it's not easy. We have attacks from everywhere. It's not easy. But we need to keep pushing on. You know, this is social media. This is Android. There are many things behind. You have cloning. You have hacking. Cloning makes your Facebook audience not to build quick. So we have so many distractions when it comes to Facebook and people getting to us. So I had to make sure that if I'm live, everybody can see me, everybody can share, and everybody can comment. No time to waste, shouting Cameroonians. My role as an activist is to make sure that make una be educated, make you know the importance of this revolution. Because as una see now, you see my title there says Compromise Enablers. Compromise enablers. Let me myself now I don't forget the title where I put on there. Yeah, compromise enablers causing revolutionary delay for the benefit of the enemy. Now that's the title, and the message that way you see me I come online very, very fast. Forgive una. Compromise enablers causing revolutionary delay for the benefit of the enemy. Ambazonians, times don't be very critical. Time don't be very critical where the international world, there's so much on our case. The international world, they want to find a lasting peace for the people of Southern Cameroon. And there's so much in our case. I've once told you guys in this revolution that there are many stakeholders in La Republique that can give individuals in this revolution $1 million like chicken change. I've said it because the world of Ambazonia is far above trillions of dollars. So it's easy for them to count $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 million and give you just for you to enable them to get the honey. That one is very, very simple. And we are in that time now that companies like Brazaris, companies like MTN, companies like Nextel, companies like Texaco, like all those crude oil companies, they can count $10 million cash and give it to an enabler, a compromiser, to make sure that the revolution doesn't work in our favor. Now, some person go the ask and say, but what Prince Jacob they try for bring him out. Might tell you something. Delayance is a very great tool. It parts AK-47 when it comes to revolution. Delayance is a very great tool when it comes to a revolution. Delayance, even in law, when the enemy want to frustrate you, it uses na delayance. Please, if you join, click share massively because I want this information to go out. When the enemy want for delay you, want to destroy you, he uses delayance. Now, whether if you go for a corrupt country like La Republique, what they use in their court is delayance. When a rich man is fighting a poor man in a country like La Republique, what the rich man does, he corrupts the judge to make sure that the case is delayed. So the poor man will become frustrated because the poor man cannot pay the judge every time, cannot hire a lawyer, cannot pay all the money for the lawyer to go to court all the time. So the poor man will become very tired. He will have financial fatigue and definitely he will give up. That is a great tool in a revolution, which is even more than AK. But now Ambazonians don't know. In the past 3 years, we have been stagnating in between revolutionary delayance and victory. And I want to give you what I need. I want to tell you what you need to know, which has to push us further to victory. This now the role where activists they be get for playing. Yes, activists we are role, like I be tell una last time, na to educate Ambazonians. Activists no be their role for can they come take this person, caution am with this person, take this person, sing the person in name. Activists' role not be for cause confusion, no. Activists' role not be for play politics or play surrogacy, no. Activists' role na to educate the people for see and say the cause where they fight them, they go get victory. Educate them on the necessity, the advantages and the disadvantages of how victory can be gotten either faster or maybe with another long given period of time. Now, but when you see activists turning to become acts, I call them activists. Activists means I use now the term way my fellow cartoonist Don Dinga, he bring them out in that cartoon and said activists have become activists because they are now more of a Confucianist. Yeah, and that's why you see me coming with the title today, Compromise Enablers. Activists, they be more of Confucianists now. They are more of those who are causing division. They are more of those who are delaying the destiny of Ambazonians to succeed. Somebody will say, Prince J.K., what is he trying to say? I will tell you. When we did for revolution and you want revolution to succeed, you have to educate the people on the benefits of what will help us to succeed, not on what will destroy us. No, you have to. Ambazonians, for my last video where I tell you this, I say, the world where we get them for Ambazonia, the riches where we get for inside Amberland, it passed trillions of dollars. But it be easy for La Republic to find 10, 20 people, change their life and that of their generation with $20 million. Tell them, say me they sell the destiny of the rest 8 million. It be very easy. This now why I be educating about the lockdown. You see my past post where I be put them some 2 or 3 days. I say it bit stupid for person for can't tell you say lockdown go start for the 2nd and lockdown no go start for the 26th. It's very stupid. It be very stupid for the extent way person go destroy lockdown for the 26th. It tell you say lockdown give a start for the 2nd. That person never even educate you on the essence of the lockdown. It be very stupid when person go come online as an activist. It not educate you on the importance of lockdown. It tell you now say if you come out outside, it go do this, it go do that, it go do. It never even teach you on the benefits of the lockdown. You understand? If you feel get an ideology, you feel be a master of an ideology, but you not educate the people of that ideology. You become just like an empty paper. Yes, you will be an inventor of let me just say of the engine of a car. But if you not teach the people how that motor will use the speed, or if na engine, how you feel manipulate that engine, maybe Mercedes engine or Ferrari engine, you end up being like a chaffs. You go just be na say you make engine for motor, but the person where he can turn that engine, may that engine be na Mercedes engine or maybe na Ferrari engine. Now that person who can't get that title say he produced the fastest engine. So tell that my brother say you can be the master of county by county. You feel make county by county, but you feel come with the ideology, but you leave a halfway because of pride, because of you have become an enabler. You have become a political compromised enabler. You forget the 10 commandments where you claim say God give you, and then you become a what? A revolutionary distraction. Because when God give Moses the 10 commandments, he not tell Moses, say Moses just go give Israel picking them and go keep them. No, God tell them say go and give them and teach them. When God give you county by county, now for you for can teach the benefit of the county. Not for you for can say lockdown on this day, maybe people no enable them, maybe people not do them. Not for you can say lockdown on the 2nd, I go start. That is not activism. That is delayance. You are causing delayance. You are causing destruction. You are causing division. Now, let me tell you something, Southern Cameroonians. Lockdown is the highest tool for inside this revolution, where it passed even county by county for give Ambazonian quick victory. I did talk this one for Pigeon because I don't want to make a republic here. Lockdown now the only tool where if it give Ambazonian victory without even using AK. If it be say activists, then when they don't be an activist, they for come for the people of Ambazonia, educate Ambazonians on the necessity and the importance of the lockdown. We will need less granite. We go need less AK. We go need less energy for fight la republic. And now what I want to say, if you come online, click share because I will educate your mind. I will bring you out today. May you know the essence of why you get to stand on your own and not listening to some people, not listening to some activists. I don't call them activists anymore. Who they try now for project themselves, project their pride, project their integrity. They know they put Ambazonian first. Because putting Ambazonian first as an activist, you have to educate your people on every step, every strategy, and every method which you have to use to conquer the enemy. Because when you have an educated people, when you have a people where they know about the strategy which you want to use against the oppressor, then they will easily work with you. Now, let me go to lockdown. I don't have much time to waste. Lockdown. Now, tool way, I'll talk for Pidgin, sorry, not English, because what I'm saying, it's very important. And I would like to make now for Pidgin, make even meet them for village. May they hear me. Lockdown a tool way with use this revolution, we get victory without even using so much funds. Some person go ask and say, wait till Prince J carry me. The people of Ground Zero, they don't conceive this idea of lockdown in a negative way. And now either in my past time where I go off of Prince J car for my other Facebook, because I say some people the way sometimes when I come live, they see me, I go educate them last time. So today we don't get some hicks for there. I come for this side because I be say let's say my Facebook the one be clone. Now whether I come this side. Lockdown now a process where it help for keep we are raw materials, we are riches inside Ambazonia. You see, I say, even for America, when things them start go somehow, Donald Trump, one of the things they will give Donald Trump power now because of say Donald Trump say he could build a wall for protect the world of America, may remain inside America. 3 weeks or even 1 month lockdown, as my see some person they say 3 weeks or whatever. 3 weeks lockdown, if you know the importance, if they be educate you, you go even decide for 1 month for that lockdown. Yes. You don't ever hear America people, they cry for Donald Trump, say that they lock down. No. Now because of say those them way they listen for, those the way you the one year for them, they give you the wrong interpretation of the lockdown because they never educate you. Now whether you see that other man, I don't want to call names. He come online instead for educate now. He start tell people say if you go outside from the second, because the one show say be King Kong, the one show say they be Lord. Instead for educate the people, it instead intimidate the people. Say if you go outside, we will do this. They will carry you. They will do that. That's not activism. That's bullying. You bully the people. That's not activism. When they say you're an activist, that's why I say make them not mix journalism with activism. When they say activist, you have to educate your people. Lockdown, na a strategy way, it keep the world of Ambazonians for Ambazonians within that territory to benefit. That's why it don't mean if they start lockdown for the 26. It don't mean, but now the global goal. It's not all about pride. Lockdown. Ambazonians get so many riches, so many wealth. But Ambazonians, they migrate every day. Ambazonians, they die every day. Ambazonians, they been tortured in other countries. Some they work as sex slave for survive. But whereas the riches of Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon, fit take care of the next 2,000 generations. Yes. But do you know why? Some pineapple, the way I be talking, I say, mommy will get pot chop, it know the follow strong head picking. Mommy will get pot chop, it know the follow strong head picking. The mommy for inside Cameroon, na Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon. Because the bread basket of Cameroon, na Southern Cameroon. Please, if you're watching me, click share. This is Saturday, plenty people at the house. I want them to get this message. The mommy of Southern Cameroon, na Southern Cameroon. The bread basket for Cameroon, na Southern Cameroon. The chop where it feed the whole Cameroon, come on na Southern Cameroon. Now, you not get chop, then you the fella for back strong head picking, make it can chop your chop. That means Southern Cameroon if you get all the world, be the killing people. Then we debate even the American dialogue. Wait when mommy when it get chop, they do strong head picking. It the only tell you and say you no go chop my chop. You when mommy when it get strong head picking, tell picking say you no go chop my chop. That picking if make boys, it go. Say, okay, I know the chop now. Wait till you chop do bet. No matter how it go turn, he go still feel hungry for can't find that mommy chop back. He go can't tell that mama, say, mama, I'm sorry. Because you nothing do without chop. This not the message where activists they be support for the camp reach outside. No before tell you say second if you come outside. No, this not the message. Why they not fit preach? Because they mix journalism with activism. They the one buying a site where they feel say they go get popular view for go view their news articles. But if they preach this gospel, why they want preach for you now, and where they tell you say make you share, make others them get, copy them for WhatsApp, tell even 10 days, even 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you go accept this method where they tell you. You go accept this method where they tell you. Lockdown now for keep the wealth of Ambazonians for the generations and the future generation of Ambazonia. That's lockdown. Lockdown to be implemented for every country, for all countries. Even your brothers where they did for Mexico now, why they never enter America now because of lockdown. Even your brothers where they did for border for Mexico, 1,500 Cameroonians on the border of Mexico to enter America. Why they have not entered America now? It's because of lockdown. Why they are going to America is because they want to get something. They want to get something better. It's like La Republic coming to Ambazonia. Why is La Republic coming to Ambazonia? They have seen something in Ambazonia. They have seen your gold. They have seen your oil. They have seen your bauxite. They have seen your gas. They have seen your agricultural produce. That's why La Republic is coming to you. La Republic doesn't have nowhere to cultivate. La Republic doesn't have lands to cultivate. If Ambazonian was in the north, like we have the Adamawas, the Maru and the Garoa, I will not encourage for a lockdown. But for the fact that Ambazonia is a land blessed with food, then is that food you have to use to bring the enemy to the table. Now, it only matters on the way you educate the people towards the benefit of what you have. Because you not get job, you understand? You not get job, then you suffer. You not get job, then you suffer. This not because of say, if you get job, you lock that job down. You decide say, that job, it no go come out. The person where they can extract that chop, when you no get access to that chop, it go finally come. Can say we fit talk. You not go use much energy, Southern Cameroons. Remember, from Bamenda, you have the raw materials, you have the beans, you have carrots, you have potatoes. You go to Manfi, you have arrow. You go to Kumba, you have timbers. You have everything inside Southern Cameroon. Now ask yourself, say, where did it come out? What is leaving Douala, Yaoundé, and the rest to Southern Cameroon? What is leaving Douala, Yaoundé, Betua, Eboloa? What is leaving to Southern Cameroon? You realize that if you take your time, you go to Tiko Douala Highway, take a small book and stand there for the whole day. You count. You want to find out what is coming for the benefit of your people. What do Southern Cameroonians benefit when things come out from? You just take your book stand. Start counting how many cars you see coming with food, coming with milk, coming with things for Southern Cameroonians through the Douala Bridge. When they are coming, you take one. For one day, if you want to see if it's highest, it should be 5. 5 bringing food into Southern Cameroon. Then you take your pen again, you go down, you try to look how many cars are bringing beer, alcohol to Southern Cameroon. You judge. You find that you have more than 30 trucks bringing you alcohol every day to Southern Cameroon. Then you go now to the opposite side of your book. You try and see what is Southern Cameroon giving out? What is leaving your territory, the land of your fathers, the land of your ancestors? What is leaving there every day to La République? You take a pen and a paper. You find out that in one day, you have tons of timbers which are running from the Manfe Kumba Road to Douala. You find that you have tons of carrot and beans which are leaving every day from the northern zone, whoop, to Douala. You find that you have tons of petrol who are leaving every day, whoop, from Limbe to Douala. You find out you have tons of arrow. You have tons of everything in your land going. But what do they send in return to you? They send you alcohol to get you drunk. They send you alcohol to wash off your brain. Because when you drink, you forget about your destiny. When you drink, you forget about your progress. When you drink, you forget about your future. When you drink, you become like a useless tool that the enemy will only exploit. Now, this is the importance of lockdown. That's why I said this is the role activists have to be doing. Activists were not supposed to be standing beside fathers, no. We're supposed to come up with good strategies like county by county. You hear lockdown, you come, you find out what can lockdown be? How can lockdown be important to my people? Then you look the importance of the lockdown, you bring it. That's what I did for county. I was one of the major people for county by county, which pushed for county by county. Today, county by county is being recognized. If they want to say 100% of people or county or local or territories which are using county, Prince Jacob will be one because I took my time to elaborate on county. And that's why I'm still taking my time. I told you I will take my time to preach the gospel of lockdown, because only lockdown will reduce, will no more concentrate on buying granules. We'll no more concentrate on buying sugar canes and guns for our brothers to fight. If all the 8 million people of Southern Cameroon decide to do lockdown, I'm telling you, if we do it every 3 months we put 10 days for lockdown, no food is leaving Amazonian to La République. Every 3 months. Inside in 1 year, you have 12 months. That means every 3 months you have it 4 times in 1 year, 10 days. We will not need to tell Bia to come. I'm well informed, my people. Many companies in Yaoundé are shutting down. Many. There's one of my Equatorial Guinea friend which is in Yaoundé who gave me a call. He said, my boy, that topic you said about economic sabotage is the greatest tool if your people have to know to implement it, because companies in Douala are shutting down. Produce are not coming again. The tons of timber that used to leave the Kumba area, the Mamfe area to Yaoundé is no more flowing. The tons of carrots and beans and food leaving Bamenda is not coming again. The tons of arrow and everything that used to leave Southern Cameroon to is not coming. So tell your people that there is one great sabotage. There is one great thing they need to know, that economic sabotage which they are doing is the one of the greatest tool, which is even more important than AKs. I sat down on this topic and I thought about it. And I said, yes, if the 8 million people of Southern Cameroon have to sit down for economic sabotage, that means food is not leaving your territory to La Republique, we will not need beer. That signboard you see at Tangaji saying back to school is because they haven't seen yet. If this last strategy, which is lockdown, is being taught, if you can share the message, educate other Amazonians, just like how I am saying it here, that they get the message. I'm telling you, my people, I'm telling you, my brothers, we will not need to concentrate so much on what we are talking of buying granules and buying sugar cane, because this time it will be on a global silent revolution. Just imagine, they are crying now just for 1 day ghost town. 1 day ghost town, that's what they are crying. We implemented 1 day. Then imagine if you have to implement 10 days. The toll gate, do you know how much toll gate? You know how much toll gate they work on for 1 day? You know how much? Toll gate, they make millions for 1 day. If you lock toll gate down for 10 days, Cameroon, they already finished. Then they do it every after 3 months. You not going to need beer for can tell you, say, hey, I beg make we talk. You understand? You not going to need beer. Somebody say my blog something. Oh, okay. You not going to need beer for can tell you, say, make una negotiate. You not going to need. Because your brothers are dying. How can you have food which the enemy, you are the one feeding your enemy, and then your enemy is killing you, and then you're still supplying your enemy with food? How? How you feel be? Now, we are the ones feeding La Republique. We are the ones Southern Cameroonians. If this message and this gospel, I'm telling you, if you can cut part of this message as you send them for we are mamide for village, tell them all, say they want make chop, make them make chop only for their small community. Tell them, say they see any man they want send chop for Yaoundé, na problem. If we implement this, you will not cry the blood of your brother who is spilling on the ground. You will not. You will not need to tell Bia to come, because once the stock rate, once the stock exchange market in Douala informs Yaoundé that we are not receiving anymore, they know the country is going down. You see, all those small camouflage they are doing is because Southern Cameroonians, you haven't understood what you have. Let me give you an example. Let me go biblically. Even in the Bible, you find that why did Esau sell the birthright to Jacob? Is because of food. Food. Esau sell the birthright to Jacob because of food. Food chop. When Esau was hungry, he could not think about the birthright. He saw the food more important than his birthright, and said, Jacob, you can have it. Just give me some food. Let me eat, so I will not die. You go to Joseph. Joseph was sold by the brothers for slave. How did he make his brothers bow down before him? He made his brothers bow down before him because of food. There was no food in the land of their father Jacob, and they came to Egypt to buy food. And it's through that food he made his brothers know that he's a king. There is power for chop. Power there for chop. And I always Southern Cameroonians, they don't know. And that's why I'm taking this time to preach this gospel. That may you share and tell your parents back home that we don't use guns, we don't use bullets. Now use famine. Famine, it's a great strategy for war. Now, let me go to my other main topic. which is the compromise enablers. Delayance is another problem. I just touched that lockdown part because I wanted your mind to be open. I want to touch on delayance now. That one is lockdown. Lockdown is the advantage of victory for us, Amazonia. Delayance is the disadvantage. Compromise enablers for delayance. Now, lockdown will bring famine to your oppressor, but the oppressor can use delayance to use his power might to suppress you. That's why you see, before this revolution started, they already began stocking crude oil and petrol in Douala. Before this revolution began, they already removed the deep sea port in Victoria to Kribi. Before this revolution began, La République had already started preparing themselves for the future, because they know there will come a time which this message I'm telling you will go out, and the people might decide to stand against their economical benefits which they are getting from Amazonia. La République already knew that long time. That's why you see they have reserve of crude oil in Douala, which can sustain them for some time, even if you don't supply them. Now, let me go to delayance. In delayance, you have compromised enablers. There is a saying for law that is a delayance defeat equity. Delayance defeat justice. If you delay to acquire justice, justice will not favor you. That's the truth. If you keep delaying to get justice, justice won't favor you. Now, let me go to delayance. Delayance na so other tool wey La République fit use am. Before I be start talk, I be tell una say, when poor man and rich man they fight for case for court, the rich man, if he see and say he no go win the matter, he go bribe the judge for make me the case delay, because that poor man no go get money all the time for go find lawyer for come. When rich man and poor man they get case, the rich man they go bribe the judge, make the judge delay the matter so the poor man go become frustrated. Amongst we now, we get enablers. Yeah. Amongst we get plenty things the way that they happen for back. First of all, we get compromise hindrance to our message. They don't want to make the message go far. Every day before I want to come live, I get to prepare my phone. Because they struggle for clone the phone. I know why my message they ever want to go far. They try to hook me down. Because truly, when you get audience where you go hear your message fine. But every time, no matter how, I don't tell them say, me I be speaking for Israel. No matter the people where I get, the right ones now they go find me. Even no matter how you clone them. It never be easy today for those them where they don't see me. They try for post until they delete, and they post and they delete because they clone them. Now, delayance, we get people that for inside where they play delay. The first thing for delayance now confusion. When there is confusion, there is delayance. And that's a very great role of a compromiser. That's a very great role of a compromiser. A compromiser not they accept the way of others. It tell you in their own way. A compromiser not they accept the way. I give this one not be locked down. This one are delayance. Delayance na the thing where if you frustrate Amazonian revolution, and are the tactics that way La République the user now. Because La République knows, say, he get the power might, he get the gun. The only thing we don't survive Amazonians, na the topography. God and our papa, the way they don't die, they don't bless we are brothers, they make them know all roads for inside Amazonia. If we are brothers, there not be no road. Delayance for don't already succeed over Amazonians like a conquered people. If we are brothers, there not be no the bushes. The principle of delayance where it be used by La République, therefore don't crush our brothers. But now, the enemy is still follow on, it is still hold on that delay tactics principle. Because it knows it go frustrate even Anglophones them for diaspora for contribute. Which una see now, it don't do. Some Anglophones, they know they contribute for the revolution because of the principle of delayance, where La Republic politicians, they use them over Ambazonians to conquer them. Because they know, say, Ambazonians, they be very soft-hearted and easily to give up. Now, why than most time where I the one preach, I the one talk for una, I want educate una about this revolution. I the quit, I the mostly use Nigerians for motivate una. Because Nigerians, once they see the good of many things in life, they don't care how long it takes. They will always sit and make sure that they get it. But Ambazonians, they easily give up. They easily feel fed up. They don't see the end of their journey. They only see what they need to achieve at that time. That's why you see, I become up sometime and say, yes, these leaders, they don't do wrong. But now, if we start fight for middle, that's delayance. Any person when you see it come online for Facebook now, it encourage Ambazonians for fight. He's an enabler and a compromiser. He's causing revolutionary delayance for the benefit of the enemy. Because once you delay, La Republic get the power might. La Republic get the money we don't acquire and from we don't stock the world somewhere. It the one fight for get we as a conquered people. Now, if any of our brother will see the cause confusion, and no one call names today, not be merciful truth. You have to call their names. I have to call their names. But if as I go on, as my spirit, they tell me, if the my spirit of God tell me, say my God, I go start broke their names. Because my face they outside. Now say when you start call people their names, sometimes they say they be so important. So I don't want to call their names. Yes. But when the enemy, you when they for journey, when they go far away. I hear some one time, one of them say, when they go for front, some person do something, you the first hold on, make that person, when I go find short formation, so I hold that person. Before that's very big lie. Find out in all revolutions. Find out even for the bars, where be tell when someone go join bars, make una go match with bars. Ask say for that bars, how much money don't lose? You never see them they cry over social media? Ask they say for bars. I follow them every day. Yeah. Ask they say for bars. How much you don't lose for bars? You don't see them. So one day they come on social media because it is a delay and tactics towards their cause. They go only talking for back. They holler for back. You see, the next day they continue. Because you cannot be on a journey to victory and you see yourself winning, then you start up on a divisive, a confused, how do you put them? You stand up on a divisive confrontation. People when they watch me, I tell when I say, when I like for watch Nigerian movie, even for the Nigerian movie when I watch, this part where they talk for it educate one for this Ambazonian revolution. You sometimes the be for inside community for Nigerian movie when I used to watch where they send people, may they go for bush, may they go find something where go help their community. You define and say when that picking the day for that bush, they go find that thing and they talk na the movie so. So one or two spirit, the evil spirit, they go come up for that bush for can cause delayance. Immediately one man be distracted, the journey go be delayed. Sometimes the people when they send them for the journey, they go say they go take 4 months, but sometimes they take 2 years, so they feel sometimes or they don't die. This is what we are facing now. We cannot be fighting for a revolution. Then we are causing revolutionary delays amongst ourselves. It's for the benefit of the enemy. Another kind of way the enemy they do them. Another kind of way the enemy they do them. For most of them, I don't already get information. I don't want to get credible. Then when you go here say merciful truths, I don't get now 1 or 2 videos then. They are still gather up. Now so I know they come online can't put merciful truth anyhow. The day you go hear me say they can't merciful truth anyhow, then I go get video. That day I go use my TV. I go show una which don't happen. For now, I know say Ambazonians, plenty the day where they work with the enablers towards federation. And they stand for independence. They plenty, not be 1, not be 2. Yeah, they plenty. The canker worms where they inside we now, it's too much where they don't receive. They hide under the camouflage of independence, but they don't stand for independence. They do what they call, they operate on the principle of delayance by setting confusion for Amazonian revolution, make una no go forward. So that as soon as they confuse for back, La Republic, because it get the might, it go the push for conquer we. There are many ways that they play for the role. I don't tell when I say people that they support this revolution, where they know they talk. They only watch we when we watch we, so they see we are hard. We get papa them inside politics. Even CPD and people, they want the victory of this revolution. SDF. Plenty people, they want the victory for this revolution. So you feel go for back. You go do your thing where you do them. It go come for we. The message go always come. I be always tell one so. No matter how you hide them, one person, he conscious no go leave you. He go come, can't tell we say na so. So Amazonians, the first thing where La Republic they use for delayance na confusion. And when I see the confusion, today we don't see message from a general, whether not Ifang for ADF. That message when I see for Ifang. If when I get where when I tell where Ivo be start, I be do video for you before Ivo one die. I be tell Ivo, I said the worst thing for life now for listing for diaspora, because people where they protect you, now that mammy them for ground. I be tell Ivo so. It don't make 3 weeks. Ivo die. It don't make 3 weeks. The other person where they don't appoint them general, whether not a fan, it don't start to do the very thing like Ivo. You understand? It don't start to do the very thing like Ivo. It don't start to do the same videos. Diaspora, they don't use it for do confusion, for sets. Tell you, say the people where they protect you, not that mammy them for a village. The people where they protect you, no be diasporans. Now the place that way General Ivo be fail. And at the same thing why they tell all those generals them for FACO. I used to always tell them, I said the people where they protect Huna, no be these people for diaspora. People where they protect Huna, that mammy them for corner Huna. If that mammy they no be there, Huna for don't die, or Huna. Because the road the one had the pass, that mammy they know that road. You understand? But that mommy, they know the talk because they want to make we get victory, make our destiny be free. When you start take principle for some interested persons for diaspora, that means you cost your downfall. It ain't the same like this one then. You know say it be very bad. Ma just spit out some bitter truth. You know say they be arrest John Igewan Ipapa. No, they kidnap John Igewan Ipapa and Mami. Must speak some bitter truth. This one are for the benefit of the revolution. So nothing for say. When I know say they arrest John Igewan Ipapa and Mami because of my trip to Boya, activists, they arrange, made John Igewan Ipapa and Mami be adopted by some restoration forces for Ground Zero. They arrest John Igewan Ipapa and Mami, where restoration forces, the first set where they be send them, may they go do the job. Their conscience be wake up. They no go. They go find new one them. They tell that new one, they say, now ye chop the money, make they go pick Imami and Ipapa for Ground Zero. If not be timely intervention for God-hearted people, then for inside diaspora. Sometimes when I for say John Igewan, Papa, and Imami, they don't die. That one for cause another political division. It for cause another political distraction for set up inside Amazon. And the activists, they do that job. And the activists. But my one warning, I will call some person in name. Yeah. I will tell some person name. I will tell Eric, say, make Eric go concentrate for Manu. Yes, all them will mark Barata, they are hiding for FACO, and they make FACO now, they try for set confusion all way for FACO. I tell them, all them, Eric, Mark Barata go school for Boya. Yes, will never deny. If you want to become part of the FACO county, there is a way to become part of the FACO county. There is a way. That call when they call active general them for FACO, una they give a small $200 for send confusion because of lockdown. Una leave FACO in peace. Una leave FACO in peace. Eric, you don't be, since when we start county by county. This one are the personal message for you. Since when we start county by county, man, you never ever be organized. Man, you never ever be organized. This one, my man don't think I say activists. You guys are not activists, you are activists. Man, you never ever be organized. Since when me and you start county by county. Mandela say fix your bed. Fix your bed for playway. Fix your bed first for inside your room before you go change people. Go for Manu. Go fix your bed for Manu. Fix your bed. Arrange your people for Manu. For sure we say you be good activists. Manu today now not have to be organized. But you the worker when you make call, you the go lebi and them go do this. You come for FACO, can't call general. But Manu day. Manu day is still there right up till now. Manu never be organized. Go organize your county. Make una stop the una dirty call the one they call this picking for down FACO. Make una stop them. Only because of say una want to make lockdown start. Una cause confusion for the picking this week before they want pick up. Una cause confusion. I just sit down and never know. Now only I want to go find out for back. I ask una don't cause total kiosk for that picking them. Any man they try for give it on. Una get county no. No you get a county. Una get county. Mark meme dede go join pony long for meme. Na for FACO una must catch una own strength. Na for FACO una leave FACO people in peace. Una leave the picking them in peace. Una the picking they never see dollars, they never deny. But una leave them in peace. Una leave them in peace. That was just the message I began for pass for them. Because the division where they cause for FACO now, where they get information about, no be small thing. They go for inside FACO, they go call this general. No, you must do so. Try to do so. Make audio this. We go send you small money. We go send you this. Since the beginning and they need small money, they go make video. They send them for them. For them for send. Una leave FACO in peace. Now, this is what I was talking about delayance and confusion. Because you see, I say more they set confusion, the more will become delayed. The more they set confusion, for example, that video will come out for General Ifang. Wait to be the need of the video. Wait to be the need of the video now. No be delay. And you see, I say those delays they come now anytime when you want to move forward. I go quit tonight again. I tell you some bitter truth. That's the only principle where the Republic they take for all Ambazonians. It use Ambazonians them. It use Ambazonians them for destroy the revolution. It use Ambazonians. The first thing we go see and say, whenever we want to go forward, something they ever come out with the delay way back. I be don't tell all of that. If you look at, for example, they were United Nations begin for she don't talk about Ambazonian matter. Now they did that way say movie on. Yeah, now they did that way say move cabinet. There's always delayance. And it's from Ambazonians. Today, we don't get the Swiss dialogue. Now, today, you hear about Norwegian dialogue. You hear about General Efang moving video where we try for bring people together. Make we talk about one thing. Where Dr. Akwanga don't already inform we. Say, if it be say, all we will not come together, the international world will force a decision upon we. If I make all we will gather. But you find out, say, at the point where we all would strive for some people come down, you see General Ifang, the move video, you see the Norway side to the wake up, you hear an activist come out like, you see Ashu Lucas come out than yesterday, he talk about, say, this and that, Swiss dialogue. Swiss dialogue will be backed by all the international bodies. Now be mafia now. Swiss dialogue will be backed by all international bodies. Now it don't be mafia. Norway and Swiss who get power inside Europe. Norway and Swiss. For people where they don't travel because some of them, for inside the European Union, when they want to talk those the way they be inside the decision body for inside Europe, Norway and Swiss who get power. Who they talk when it comes to decision. Just like how we get France and Germany. After France, Germany, UK, which other countries did they come? You call Swiss and you call Belgium. So how you go come tell me you dey Canada, you dey talk say na Norway dialogue, Swiss own a mafia. For inside European Union, Norway and Swiss, who get power? Who dey talk? Not be na Swiss. Then you can't, she don't can't tell me say no Swiss. Look, let me tell you something, Ambazonians. These are the things where sometimes it bite my belly, because we there for this revolution, most of us we know why we delay. And I go repeat that every day for one. Why La Republic they function very well for kill our people now because of one thing. Na Ayaba. That one no the hide for now. Why La Republic they function, now Ayaba they play the principle of delayance for Ambazonian victory. You feel go up, you come down, my face day for you. Now this one, I will just talk some bitter truth before I end the show. The principle of delayance, they operate for 3 people. The principle of delayance, they operate for Ayaba. Eric, don't add for them now. Then you get Mark. Now the way La Republic they use for operate the principle of delayance for this revolution. Now them. Because from the day where this revolution don't start, Eric just joined the crew now. And for Eric's side, I already get the information. I know it is the cook. I know it is the cook. I know it is the cook. And Ambazonians, not take look for me. I know the preach that thing where the sweet you I know the preach thing where it is sweet people. No, I did tell you very clean and clear. You can shout out, say Sako, my trip to Boya, whatever. That one doesn't care about me. My face they outside. You understand? My face is there. If you ask yourself, you go see and say every day you get some fake profiles the way they come out. That one would already know. But the true way they didn't say, if you ask yourself, say, I be given a one principle last time for my other Facebook. I say, Ayababi reject for go for Swiss. AGC go for Norway, you want. This one are true what I ever tell you. Time where they be called for Swiss dialogue. Dr. Kwanga be make video. He say he invite all they make all then they come. Ayaba reject Swiss dialogue. He say you know the GUI. Now where they don't call you, say more just talk. I be telling last time for my video. Okay, we accept Norway dialogue. May we see how Ayaba go initiate unity for the other people that we don't reject unity. May we see. Look, there is a certain thing where they say for life. Some of them they comment for you with fake profiles. Some of them they do them. There is a certain thing where they talk for life. They say, you know, the full baba. He don't always reject unity for life. Time don't be for point where he get for force of equal. Okay. The plan and I say sometimes they want to make Norway. Make Swiss back off. Make Norway talk saying and I hide for front. Because La Republic no say if Swiss back up, the principle of delayance again go play for inside Ambazonians negotiation where the international world is just force am. The principle of delayance go play because since Ayaba don't reject dialogue from the other people them, the other people to go take Ayaba say we know they come. Now we go start the strife, we go start the quarrel, we go start the strife, we go start the quarrel. Now we get 10 people to 1 man. 10 people don't accept Swiss dialogue. 1 man don't deny the dialogue. 1 man don't wake up say no way. Now he want dialogue now. Now La Republic no find say for that 1 man for call these other people they may they come. It go take now about 1 year for these other people them for say that the one come under Ayaba may they go do dialogue. Now who the weak? Now who the gain? No what people they die. No be now what people they die for ground. Now what people they could die more. But if this 1 man, all una they compete for year, if all una be tell this 1 man, say join your people, join them, may una go for Swiss, may una go talk. Like if you say this one to be what happen, or will go come, they go say, okay, since he become to for this one, they go. Look, that's the principle of delayance, what they tell una. That's the principle. You see why sometimes ground zero they cry about lockdown? Now because of the unity in diaspora. Ground zero feel lock down that country, that state, or territory for even 1 month. If diasporans they get unity. But La Republic they use this principle of delayance for inside Ambazonian people for make sure say me the weaken ground zero. The revolutionary spirit of this revolution is in ground zero, is inside Southern Cameroon. Because they see the blood. They see the blood of their people who dying every day. They see the blood. They feel the spirit of revolution for continuing with the revolution. But La Republic, they use the principle of delayance from diaspora for weakening their minds. And now when you see me when I talk for you, I know they look some money face. There are 3 people now where they cause delayance. My saving 4. Because Tapang today, you get Tapang, Mark, Eric, Ayaba. That's the 4 people. And that principle of delayance is to obstruct anything when they come from the majority. They are called the enablers and the compromisers. If you like, they can go and hang. I don't care. They are called the enablers. You hear my title today, I know next time I say compromise enablers. Working for the benefit of the enemy. That's simple. They are working for the benefit of the enemy. John Barnes said that's not formidable team. It's a formidable team on which project? On which project? Wanting to lead Ambazonian by force or by projecting their own views? On which project? As an activist or as a leader? You don't do that. Ambazonia has 8 million people. And you have not asked them if the 8 million people will accept them. You have to work with your people before you become a leader. That's why in America politics, you have primary, you have their normal voting before you go to the stage of standing for presidential. You have to be humble amongst your people. Then your people have to push you up. If it was very easy, if all the activists have told them, correct each other, tell them, this is Bo Habet. We're talking to Bo Habet all the time. We're talking to Dr. Kwanga. This is unity. All of them, they are there. Bo Habet is for unity. Dr. Kwanga is for unity. But all of a sudden, you see one person pushing up Norway dialogue. You have never been to Swiss. You have never talked to the people of Swiss. You have never dialogued with them. And you just say, no, the Swiss dialogue is mafia. Norway only is the best. But let me tell you this. No, leave John Barnes there. He's a man which they just brainwashed him. Leave John Barnes. So the thing is, Ambazonians, that's the 2 things, the 2 problems we have. Confusion and delayance, which is being set in Ambazonia, inside us. And the confusion is coming from the mind. It is a very great principle used by La Republic to slow down the revolution. Ambazonians are still crying towards it because they have not known on how to eliminate, to take out such distractions. They have not known. They are mixing blood with emotions. There is no place when it comes to blood. Let me tell you, inside this diaspora that all of us are in, if you dare take out the life of one person, when the police come, before they want to put you handcuffed, if it's their blood, they will kill you there, down there, direct. You see it even in America. When an American citizen takes out the life, before they want to come to start checking, if they will just take you down direct. It's because they don't want no delayance when it comes to justice, when it comes to their cause. They know one thing can cause them delayance. In this revolution, Ambazonians have been dying like this, but you have delayance coming out from inside diaspora. But Ambazonians have not learned on how to take out those delayance, to take out those distractions. They have never learned. They are mixing every day the emotions with the delayance, and we are there for 1 year to the other. I've always asked you all, I say, what has made us not to succeed for these past 3 years? What? I asked last time, is delayance from Ayaba. Delayance from Ayaba. It was Ayaba alone and his group. Tapang entered. Mark Barata has been skipping the line. Now Eric has entered. It's only delayance. Now you hear them forming alliance with Seseku. It's only. I've asked you guys all. I'm not stupid. Somebody will just come joining the revolution today will say, oh, Prince J.K., what kind of mistake? But that's the truth. That's the truth. Eric today is taking the other side of Ayaba because of what President Sako. I'll tell him, even if he dies, I'll come to die. That's what it is. Eric is taking the other side today because President Sako told Nambere not to talk to him on strategic information. That's just it. That's why you see today's on Sako. That's just it. That is just it. For Mark on, Mark has been indebted to AGC long time ago. That one is normal. Now, but what is their cause? Is it to educate the people or to cause division? We need unity now for the goal. We need unity. Ndonfak Jr., Ndonfak is Bamileke name. But you say delayance from my trip to Boya. My trip to Boya has no delayance. Money is not equivalent to blood. That's where your stupidity lies. And that's where many people have failed. African is failing today because of money. That's why even your government, La République Atanganji, that's why Philemon Yang, Mafani Musonge, Mbela Muki and the rest, they are failing because they see money to be more superior than blood. And it's the same mentality they have passed it over to you. Money can never be important to me than blood. That's what I've learned this way. Blood, it's more important than money. You see why all of you are shouting over my trip to Boya? It's because it's the same blood of the regime that flows in your brain. You understand? It's the same blood of the regime that flows in your brain. You see, Atanganji prefers to build a mansion in Yaoundé with money, but when Ambazonians are dying, he doesn't care. But you see these people this way, they can never, if they hear that their blood is dying, somebody can come and sell the house to rescue somebody who is dying on a sick bed. And that's why Africa is still backward. That's why Africa is still backward. In the diaspora, somebody can sell his Lamborghini to rescue somebody who is on the sick bed. But in Africa, a brother can kill the whole of his family just because he wants to get money to build a house, which tomorrow can be destroyed by storm and thunder. That's where the brain fails. That's where the thoughts fails. Someone say, I talk for PG. No, let me talk for English. Now for the way the brain they fail. You see, like Dan Donfak, small, I don't know where he's from. He said, my trip to Boya. You want to argue my trip to Boya now and forget about your blood? No. And that's why you see all these your brothers, because of money and popularity, they don't think about Amazonian blood. I told my Bangi friend, I said, leave this thing. Let's argue. Let's talk about everything after victory. That's what great people do. Great people with pure heart. You can never see them fighting on the cause of victory. No matter what. You can never see great people fighting on the cause, on when they are going towards, you can never, because they see that goal very important. I told my friend, I said, my brother, you have brought a very good initiative, like the 10 commandments. You have the county by county. Focus on this county by county as I'm doing. Let me give you a hand. Let's go. The other one brought national AK. I said, focus on the national AK. We have just brought 6 sticks for the national AK. Focus on it. Let's go. Forget about this. But you see all them tend to become compromise enablers, starting to fight in the middle of victory. No, we kick them out. We kick them out. We kick them out because we cannot be in the middle of victory. You know the occupier is well prepared with enough machines to kill and quench your people. Your people have small energy. It's like a marine going down the ocean to go and look for gold. They give him just 1 flask of air and they say he has to go 200 kilometers, and then in that process which he has to go and look for that gold, he sees something elsewhere and he knows he doesn't have air. He's going to go and look at it. That's stupidity, because as he goes towards that direction, which is distracted to go and look for the small diamond, before he goes down to pick that gold and come back, the air back must be finished. But if he goes first and pick the gold, maybe the speed he will take and go down, By the time he's coming up, he might still have some more air in his air bag. Then you say, let me just try. This one, I'm going up now. I already have my target in my hand. That's how a revolution is. You will not be in the middle of a revolution. You know the power, the strength of our people is so small because we are just 8 million. Even in the map, you see the place Southern Cameroon is in Cameroon. They differentiate it. It comes out like just a small thing. They call us 2 cubes of sugar. 2 cubes of sugar, no matter how strong you are, if you are not able to preserve it with solid acid to keep it for a long time, no matter how the acid is strong, there are other chemicals which can break it down. 2 cubes of sugar, no matter how you keep it so solid, using all chemicals to preserve it, there will always be one thing that will break it down. You see us on that process. Then you come and stand in the middle of it. You are destroying, you're weakening the people. And then you say you're not a compromiser. You are a compromiser. You are a compromiser because you have to look the strength of your people before you take a break in any distraction. You are a compromiser. You are a compromiser. If you are not a compromiser, then you see the energy of your people. Look your people first before you take any distractions. Everybody we know they have done wrong. We have people in this revolution which after this revolution we have to question them on every finance and everything. We have people in this revolution which I'm not talking now, but I know after this revolution they cannot lead Ambazonia. We have people in this revolution which I'm not speaking now. I'm not calling their names, but I know that after this revolution they cannot do things. Those I'm calling their names now are those who are working in principles that is benefiting La Republic. Those I'm calling their name now are those who are working on principles which is benefiting La Republic. And such principles are delayance, confusion. Delayance and confusion is the highest benefit any Southern Cameroonians can give La Republic. Just like what you see Aya they were doing there. Taking that video and saying no ghost town. That's a very high saboteur. Just like what you see what Mimi Mefo was doing. When you know the people of Southern Cameroon are in pain, you're only projecting issues to weaken them. No. The lockdown wasn't meant to suffer them. The lockdown was meant for them to keep their wealth, keep their riches. Because any day they have any small thing, they want to send to the occupier. Ambazonians, know your energy to withstand the enemy. That's why even in a football field, any good player preserves his energy for a particular goal and at a particular time. You don't waste your energy anyhow in a football field. Life and everything you do is an example in every cause you're fighting for. In everything, energy is the source you need to use to combat. Energy. Energy is the source you need to use to combat. So Southern Cameroonians, I've touched that part. These are 2 things now that can cause you to fail for your revolution. Delayance and confusion. They benefit the enemy. Lockdown, famine, weakens the enemy. I hope you get the point now. Before we go astray, I want you to get that education. Find a paper, copy it down, copy it somewhere. Lockdown leads to famine, which weakens the enemy. Confusion and delayance empower, that means confusion and delayance reduce the energy of Ambazonian towards victory. That's my role. I'm an activist there. I'm not a leader. No, I'm not telling you to go do lockdown 26. I bring what I see the interim government of Ambazonian say because I know they walked through a democratic process to become what they are. So my role is an activist. And if all the other activists were coming online to educate you just as I'm doing, that would have been good for the revolution. Not coming to tell you that if you don't go out, if you go out, we'll give you Gary. All those things, that's not activism. That's bullying. This message I'm telling you, if you send them for mommy for village, the mommy can understand. Make her talk and say for pigeon. The power of Ambazonians. Lockdown will lead to hungry for Frenchman inside. Mbele, they no go get chop. Military no go get chop for kanki wana, for chop kanki wana. Military no get plenty. Military no get anything. So finally, the people for that side go start die hungry. We go make maybe a come. So the advantage what we get now, you get lockdown, wey go lead to famine. Famine na hunger for French Cameroon, because na Southern Cameroon defeat French Cameroon. But French Cameroon, they can't kill una. We now defeat them. So if we stop the chop, it no go again. Now, for that our own side, delay and confusion, now go weaken we, because we get small energy and we get to preserve that energy. You understand? We get small energy and we get to preserve that energy. So that be the message. Copy and down. Copy and down. Lockdown go help make we are materials, we are oil, we are plenty, we are everything make it remain. Lockdown go help make we are own people the way they get house, make they start give house for La Republic, for Amazonians, because house no go fit. For example, if lockdown day, La Republic military or secret agent where they don't send it for Yaoundé, make it cash you don't say Amazonia, and no go fit come again, because motor no go there for carry it in them. That papa will be one give that house for military man for 20,000. When you don't see the military man because of lockdown, he go turn giam. He go turn giam for you for corner. He go turn giam for you for corner. For 5,000. You understand? So, not be worried. Lockdown not to make sure so the world of Amazonians make it remain for Amazonians. For us, I did the lockdown. When I brother, as I been talked before, when I brother Pekin, they die for Mexico because they try to enter America, because America don't lock your own border. America they lock your own border now because of say you want to show the West people they define. Then Amazonians will cry every day where Pekin they die. Not be we to go lock with our own border. For make the other people they not say the life of your own Pekin to be important. Now why they encourage for me they say make them make job. Make them make job for only their community. If they see any person save the 1 cent job for Douala and the other side, one time contact even the restoration forces. If you know, you tell them. Because this one, it go make a wanna go buy plenty for 500. Wanna go buy everything very cheap. Instead, na the occupier, La Republic, go be forced or can negotiate. Because once you start produce chop way, you know go fit go La Republic, them go start die. Hunger go there for that side. So pass this message for your mama. This one will not go need gun. You not go need cartridge. You not go need bullet. This one, if 8 million people they shit on for house, they make chop only for people where they did for the community. Bia go come. That means we put the lockdown 10 days in every 3 months. Where chop go remain only in Ambazonia. Even if you this tactics, we even do ourselves all around the club. But for start, we put 10 days. Say chop the remain only in Ambazonia. Because mommy will get chop. You know if you bring back Pekin up. No. Mommy will get chop. You go use that chop for correct the Pekin when the Pekin do error. So we no need for force them may they come. Una for ground zero. If we 8 million, including where mommy them, including where mommy them where they plan that chop. You understand? If they decide for say that chop, you know, go again, they go make that one for small community. Bia go come, nana. Because man way the hungry man no fit fight war. Hungry man no fit fight war. Hungry man no fit. When I say only now, crisis day for that site, chop no day again, company they lock. Because of one day goes down. One day goes down. That means say if we make and say 10 days, no toll gate, no transportation. Now we don't say no school. They go come back on nana when I go sign new decree for una picking their destiny. Ambazonia be wise. Share this message for mama them. Tell all mama them for village. Say this time, not time for lockdown strategy. Some persons say, what about sick people? Sick people, if you go their hospital free. Forget about all this dirty talk with these activists that they tell you. Sick people, if you go hospital, if you be sick man, if you go hospital, buy medicine. Even if you feel say security for your side, you dey safe, you feel go bush. Yes. If you feel say security for your side, they safe, go bush. But when you want make chop not only for small village. No make chop plenty say you want sell them for La Republic because now you defeat them, may they come tomorrow. If you not give them chop, they not go fit come again. Because one thing there, some place they for Douala where they call it stock exchange market. Now that place they tell La Republic how much chop it come out from Amazonia, Southern Cameroon to La Republic. The stock exchange market it for even for that Douala road. That place where you see when gravel the one come out Southern Cameroon they come, it pass for that place that the cocoa market call. When you see chop the something the one come out Southern Cameroon, it go pass for that small market. It go pass for that small place that where police they were control, so it go stand on top the way and a stock each. It tell them how many gravel cement chop they come out. So I beg, now the new way this now. May we tell where my media all. Thank you, I go live on now, Southern Cameroonians. I go live on now. If any other question day, I don't inform that my brother. If any other question day. John Barnes say wait John Barnes talk. It don't just lose track. Shalom. If there's any question again you want to ask, you ask in regards to this lockdown. I be sorry now my gospel that go the preacher, man. That's my gospel. The gospel of lockdown. Now I go to preach in this period. It be more powerful than AK. Hungry man go kneel down beg you. My contact is out now. Wait, I have my contact. Let me give you there's online. I have a direct hotline now. You can get me. My direct hotline is 71 87 70 86. Any person want to get to me, my contact is 71 87 70 86. Southern Cameroonians will not fit get chop with the die. If you get any information you want to get to me, you can copy it. +45 71 87 70 86. If you have any information, you can reach me there. +45 87. That's it. John Barnes, that's it. You're very right. That's my number. They put +45 there. I just pinned it. That's the hotline. You can get me anytime. Hungry man go back. So that's just it. Let's inform our parents or our mommy the way they plan chop. Yeah. More inform when mommy them any person way they plan chop. Say make the plan the small one only inside house. Thank you, Southern Cameroon. I thank all those the way they come on prom to be about 225 people the way they show up. Thank you all. I beg more share the message. No only here, keep your ears for down. Tell your other people just as I don't educate on so today. I don't know what happened to post in long account. I'll find out. Anyway, Southern Cameroonians, see you. If you have any information, that's my number. You can get to me. Bye.